Ça maintenant, this is the second part of the previous video. Because we are mentioning the thing or the person after a while, we use additional adjectives to make it even clear who or what we are talking about. If we omit 누구, then we would be left with sentence parts. Улаан цэцэг, өндөр хүн. Let's go through a few sentence parts. Basically, if you look at the PDF file, the yellow parts are the attributes and the red ones are the nouns. So you can combine them in any way you like and make sentence parts. For example, хуучин зураг, зөв хариулт, том асуудал, сонирхолтой асуулт, хамгийн сайн найз, чухал өдөр, дэндүү урт нэр, дэндүү том машин, нилээн хэцүү асуудал, нилээн урт түүх, бүх хүүхэд, бүх оюутан, хэний утасны дугаар, хэний ном, аль хүүхэд, аль зураг, ямар ном, ямар машин. Instead of adjectives, we can use possessive adjectives plus noun. For example, миний гэр бүл, чиний асуулт, түүний хариулт, манай гэр, бидний зураг, та нарын түүх, тэдний хаяг. Now these expressions can be substituted by possessive pronouns. For example, instead of миний ном, we can use минийх, чинийх, түүнийх, манайх, биднийх, та нарынх, тэднийх. Now let's have a look at what kind of sentences we can make with these words by answering these questions. In Mongolian, what is this can be asked in two ways, in yuve or in yuben. The intention of these two questions are different, so are their answers. In yuve is asked when the person has no idea what the thing is. They are seeing it for the first time. In бол шага, in бол машин. Basically, when you are introducing something to someone, you use this sentence structure. Энэ бол миний гэр бүл. Энэ бол сонирхолтой түүх. Өнөөдөр бол чухал өдөр. In Mongolian, when the subject is equated to a noun or an adjective, we often don't use verbs. I'll tell you when we don't use verbs later, but for now, let me explain what the subject indicator is. In зураг. In зураг can mean two things, this photo or this is a photo. So to avoid confusion and to make the sentence clear while we are introducing something to someone, we use subject indicator бол. In бол зураг. The other meaning would be this photo, in зураг, чиний зураг. There are several subject indicators in Mongolian. Бол, болбос, аваас, болбол, бөгөөс. For example, өнгөрсөн бол сургамж, өнөөдөр бол бэлэг, ирээдүй бол боломж. Instead of бол, we can use any of these subject indicators. The meaning of the quote won't change. For example, өнгөрсөн аваас сургамж, өнөөдөр аваас бэлэг, ирээдүй аваас боломж. Don't worry about memorizing the subject indicators in the brackets because they are only used in literature except for бол. Back to the questions. In yuben is asked not because the person doesn't know what the thing is, but because the person wants you to guess what the thing is, or for some reason the person cannot see the thing. For example, in machine ban, in non ban, in 차 ban, in coffee ban. So these type of sentences are used when we are looking at the thing right now, right at this moment, or we are feeling it with our five senses. In this case, you are looking at the car or the book, or you can tell it's coffee or tea by smelling it. Whereas in but noun type of sentences are used when you are introducing a new concept or things that are new to someone. For example, in but machine, in but nom, in but 차, in but coffee. Now, we don't use verb or subject indicator when we are talking about something in general, something that is a fact and something that is always true. For example, in 차 machine, in сонирхолтой ном, 차 сайн, coffee муу биш. Next question. Who is he or who is she can be asked in two ways depending on your intention. In Mongolian, when we are referring to a person, we use tir rather than in because in refers to an object or a thing, so it sounds rude if you refer to someone as in, except if the person is standing right next to you or you are pointing at them in a photo.
Тэр хэн бэ is asked when you meet or see someone for the first time.
For example, энэ бол миний хүү. Энэ бол миний ах. Тэр бол миний найз. Тэр бол манай багш. Тэр бол миний хамгийн сайн найз. Тэр хэн байна is asked when you want someone to guess who the person is or for some reason they cannot see. Let's say they might be short-sighted and they can't see clearly from a distance. In bata байна, in аав байна, in би байна, тэр миний найз байна, тэр манай ах байна. So in the last two sentences, тэр is used as a demonstrative pronoun, that, not he or she. If we are talking about someone in general, something that is always true, something that is a fact, then we don't use verb or subject indicator. For example, тэр өндөр, тэр ухаантай, тэр сайн хүн. Instead of тэр, you can use any sentence parts. For example, миний ах өндөр, миний найз ухаантай, миний ээж сайн хүн. Third question, энэ ямар вэ? Энэ ямар байна? Энэ ямар вэ is asked when you have no experience in something and you want them to tell you their opinion. For example, энэ хамгийн сайн, энэ сонирхолтой, энэ гайхалтай, энэ амархан, энэ боломжтой. We can also answer энэ хамгийн сайн машин, энэ сонирхолтой ном, энэ гайхалтай түүх, энэ амархан асуулт. Энэ бол боломжтой зүйл. Now, we don't have to always use in as a subject. We can substitute in with other sentence parts. For example, түүний ном хамгийн сайн ном. Шинэ кино сонирхолтой. Тэдний түүх гайхалтай. Бүх хүүхэд хөөрхөн. Бүх зүйл боломжтой. The question in ямар байна has different intention. It is asked when you have done something and you want others to give their opinion. Let's say you just made tea or coffee or you just solved a math problem. Энэ амттай байна. Энэ гоё байна.
Энэ буруу байна. Энэ зөв байна. We can also answer энэ амттай цай байна. Энэ гоё кофе байна. Энэ буруу хариулт байна. Энэ зөв хариулт байна. All these sentences that have verb ban are momentarily true. After a while, they'll become a memory. So we can easily convert them into past tense by replacing ban with байсан. For example, энэ амттай цай байсан. Энэ гоё кофе байсан. Энэ буруу хариулт байсан. Энэ зөв хариулт байсан. A few more examples. Тэр миний найз байсан. Тэр сайн хүн байсан. Тэр миний багш байсан. Энэ сонирхолтой ном байсан. Final question. Энэ хинийх вэ? Or энэ хиний юм бэ? We can replace юм by any noun. Энэ миний ном. Энэ чиний зураг. Энэ манай гэр. Энэ бидний түүх. Энэ түүний асуулт. We can also reply энэ минийх. Энэ чинийх. Энэ манайх. Энэ биднийх. Энэ түүнийх. Энэ миний ном биш. The opposite of this sentence would be энэ миний ном мөн. Or we can also say энэ ном минийх биш. Энэ ном минийх мөн. Мөн means yes it is. Энэ чиний ном мөн үү? You can answer мөн мөн. Or if it's not your book, then you can answer биш биш. Mung is not exactly the equivalent of yes it is because it can act as a predicate. For example, in mono, in mung, in bish. I'm gonna end the video here. Just a few words before you take off. There's a Facebook group created just for you guys and my Mongolian speaking students. The group is called Interactive MGL 123. I'll pop a link down below. It's a closed group, so only the members of the group can see the posts. Feel free to join the group. And once you're a member of the group, I would like you to compose 5 sentences answering the questions we've covered today and post them on the group. If there are any mistakes, Mongolian-speaking students will correct you by commenting on your post. In exchange, I kindly ask you to correct posts from Mongolian-speaking students if there are any mistakes, because they have just learned the same content and they will be posting sentences in English. Once we have over 50 different sentences, I'll compile them all in a PDF file for you and leave a link in the group, also in the description of this video. It's always good to memorize words in its context than learning them in isolation. So I hope to see you guys there and help each other. If you're not a Facebook user, then you can post your sentences here in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Дараагийн хичээл хүртэл баярлалаа.